All right, then.
You do it?
Yes, I will.
Fine, Tuppy, splendid!
Talking of dinner, old man, look at the time. We better go and dress. Come on.
Oh, righto.
Yes, it's an excellent idea, Bertie. The more I consider it, excellent.
Thanks, Tuppy.
One of Jeeves's best, in fact.
Yeah. What? Jeeves?
Yes, you can tell him from me when you see him. I'm much obliged.
What, Tuppy? You aren't suggesting that you think this scheme I've been sketching out is Jeeves'?
Yes, of course it is, old man. You wouldn't have thought of a wheeze like that in a million years.
Oh, wouldn't I? Let me tell you, Glossop.
Come on, Bertie.
Jeeves isn't the only onion in the hash, you know.
Come on, Bertie.
Jeeves. Well, I'm dashed. It was as though somebody had slapped Bertram Wooster across the face with a wet dish rag, hearing those fat-headed words of Tuppy's. It is not too much to say that I was piqued to the tonsils. I mean to say, one does not court praise. The adulation of the multitude means very little to one. But all the same, when one has taken the trouble to whack out a highly juicy scheme to benefit an in-the-soup friend in his hour of travail, it's pretty foul to find him giving the credit to one's personal attendant, particularly if that personal attendant is a man who goes about the place not liking mess jackets. However, after 10 minutes playing with my toy duck in the bath, composure began to return to the Wooster soul, and it was much more the merry old Bertram who slid back to his bedchamber to dress. Jeeves was there unpacking and laying out the dinner disguise when I arrived, and he greeted the young master with his customary suavity.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Jeeves.
I trust you had a pleasant bath, sir?
Very pleasant, thank you, Jeeves. Hand me a sock or two, will you, and I'll begin to don.
Certainly, sir.
Well, Jeeves, a nice mess things seem to have gone and got themselves into in this rustic joint.
So I have been informed, sir.
The rift between Tuppy Glossop and my cousin Angela would appear to be serious.
Yes, sir. Your opinion in the servants' hall is inclined to take a grave view of the situation.
And the thought that springs to your mind, no doubt, is that I shall have my work cut out to fix things up.
Yes, sir.
You are wrong, Jeeves. I have the thing well in hand.
You surprise me, sir.
I thought I would. Yes, Jeeves, I've just been in conference with Mr. Glossop, and everything is taped out.
Indeed, sir. Might I inquire...
You know my methods, Jeeves. Apply them. Have you, by any chance, been gnawing on the thing at all?
Oh, yes, sir. I have always been much attached to Miss Angela, and I felt that it would afford me great pleasure were I to be able to be of service to her.
A laudable sentiment. But I suppose you drew blank?
No, sir. I was rewarded with an idea.
Oh, and what was it?
It occurred to me, sir, that a reconciliation might be effected between Mr. Glossop and Miss Angela by appealing to that instinct which prompts gentlemen in time of peril to hasten to the rescue.
Jeeves, stop! Don't tell me you were contemplating descending to that old he-saved-her-from-drowning gag. I am surprised, Jeeves. Surprised and pained.
No, sir, not that. But the thought did cross my mind as I walked in the grounds and passed the building where the fire bell hangs, that a sudden alarm of fire in the night might result in Mr. Glossop endeavouring to assist Miss Angela to safety.
Rotten, Jeeves.
Well, sir...
No good. Not a bit like it.
I fancy, sir...
No, Jeeves, no more. Enough has been said. Let us drop the subject.
Very good, sir.
I was aware you'd lost your grip, Jeeves, but I never suspected you'd gone to pieces like this.
Sir?
I mean this frightful disposition to stick straws in your hair and talk like a perfect ass. It's the old story, I suppose. A man's brain whizzes along for years, exceeding the speed limit, and then something suddenly goes wrong with the steering gear, and it skids and comes a smeller in a ditch. It's a bit elaborate, Jeeves, this scheme of yours, that's all. It's your old failing. You can see, can't you? It's a bit elaborate.
It is possible that it might be considered open to that criticism, sir, but faute de mieux...
I don't get you, Jeeves.
A French expression, sir, signifying for want of anything better.
Jeeves, I understand perfectly well what faute de mieux means. I did not recently spend 2 months among our Gallic neighbours for nothing. What caused my bewilderment was that you should be employing the expression well knowing that there is no bally faute de mieux about it at all. Where'd you get that faute de mieux stuff? Didn't I tell you I had everything taped out?
Yes, sir, but...
What do you mean, but?
Well, sir...
Push on, Jeeves. I am ready, even anxious, to hear your views.
Well, sir, if I may take the liberty of reminding you of it, your plans in the past have not always been uniformly successful.
I see. My waistcoat, please. Thank you. It is true, Jeeves, that once or twice in the past I may have missed the bus. This, however, I attribute entirely to bad luck.
Indeed, sir?
Certainly. On the present occasion I shall not fail because my scheme is rooted in human nature.
Indeed. sir?
Jeeves, don't keep saying indeed, sir. No doubt nothing is further from your mind than to convey such a suggestion, but you have a way of stressing the in and then coming down with a thud on the deed that makes it virtually tantamount to oh yeah. Correct this, Jeeves.
Very good, sir.
I tell you, I have everything lined up, so listen. Tonight at dinner, I recommended Tuppy to follow Gussie's example and lay off the food.
Sir?
Well, pushing the food away untasted is a universally recognised sign of love, Jeeves.
I fear Miss Angela will merely attribute Mr. Glossop's abstinence to indigestion, sir.
Oh, my golly. Do you think so?
Yes.
No, wait. I see what's going on. I see what's at the bottom of all this, Jeeves. Mortified by the consciousness of your ineptitude. Ineptitude? Ineptitude. You're simply trying to hamper and obstruct.
Oh, no, sir.
Yes, Jeeves, you are. The old green-eyed monster, sweating away at its stand again.
Oh, no, sir. I assure you...
Well, be that as it may, Jeeves, it does not alter the fact that you have put out the wrong coat. Be so good, my man, as to put that bally black dinner jacket thing, or smoking, as we call it on the Côte d'Azur, back in the cupboard, and bring out my white mess jacket with the brass buttons.
But, sir, surely you are not intending to...
The mess jacket, Jeeves.
Very good, sir.
Thank you, Jeeves. Good evening.
Good evening.
Ha! That showed him. I was a bit fed with Jeeves, I must say. Admittedly, I'd knocked the stuffing out of the fellow in no uncertain manner, but the trouble with scoring off Jeeves is that there's never any play of expression on his finely chiselled to indicate his discomfort. His FC simply preserves the quiet stolidity of a stuffed moose, and this detracts from the pleasure involved. However, I could see that there was no percentage to be gained in worrying about Jeeves's facial expressions, so dismissing him from my mind, I gave the good old J a slight tug, so that it was nestling snugly abaft the shoulder blades, and began a leisurely saunter towards the drawing-room. Only Aunt Dahlia and her Pomeranian were on the strength when I oozed in, and both looked considerably down among the wines and spirits. This aunt, as my devoted followers will know, is the genial and popular proprietress of Milady's Boudoir, a weekly journal for the delicately nurtured, and she was looking at the moment as if she just received a deputation of 109 authors all banging their fists on her desk and asking for more money. Sandbagged, if you know what I mean. I say, what's up, Aunt Dahlia?
Hello, Eyesore. What do you think you're made up as?
Huh? Ah, the jacket, you mean?
You look like one of the chorus of male guests at Abernathy Towers in Act 2 of a touring musical comedy.
Aunt Dahlia.
Oh, let it go. If you want to give my butler a laugh, what does it matter? What does anything matter now? Oh, shush!
What's all this death where is thy stinkfulness for, aged relative? Tails up?
Tails up, be dashed!
What's wrong?
Bertie, you remember that money I lost at Cannes?
Oh, your baccarat binge. That's what's troubling you.
Well, it is. I still haven't thought of a way of telling Tom about it.
Well, why do you have to tell Uncle Tom about it?
Why? Well, because I've got to get a cheque for £500 out of him for Milady's Boudoir by August the 3rd at the latest. That's why. The printers have been showing a nasty spirit for months.
Ah, Dale, you don't mean the boudoir's on the rocks again.
Well, it will be if Tom doesn't cough up. The bally sheet's still turning the corner.
But I thought you'd been doing that for 2 years now.
Well, it was, and it's still at it. Till you run a weekly paper for women, you don't know what corners are.
I see. But surely, Aunt Dahlia, Uncle Tom must have got used to footing the bills for the boudoir by this time. Why not simply ask him for the money?
Well, I tell you, Bertie. First, because he's just had a demand from the income tax people for an additional £58 1 and 3, and all he's talking about at the moment is how this sinister trend of socialistic legislation is plunging civilization into the melting pot. And second, because I already have asked him for it, just before we went to Cannes.
Wouldn't he give it you?
Oh, certainly he gave it to me. He brassed up like an officer and a gentleman. That was the money I lost at baccarat.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There isn't much you do know.
Tut.
What did you say?
I said tut.
Say it once again, young Bertie, and I'll biff you where you stand. I've enough to enjoy without being tutted at.
Oh, quite.
Any tutting that's required, I'll attend to myself. And the same applies to clicking the tongue if you were thinking of doing that.
Oh, far from it.
Good.
It's just that I know how deeply attached you are to this paper of yours, old flesh and blood. Seeing it go down the drain would be like watching a loved child sink for the 3rd time in some pond or mere, wouldn't it?
It would.
Well, then, in that case, Uncle Tom must be carefully prepared for the touch. The question I ask myself is, how? I've got it! Out! Aunt Dahlia, there's only one course to pursue. You must fall into line with my other clients. Eat less meat.
Bertie, must you drivel?
I'm not drivelling.
Oh, I dare say that to a man of your high standards it doesn't come under the heading of drivel, but...
It's all right. I see I haven't made myself clear. Have no misgivings, Aunt Dahlia. This is the real Tabasco. When I said eat less meat, what I meant was that you must refuse your oats at dinner tonight.
What? Oh, shush!
Yes. Just sit there looking blistered and wave away each course as it comes with a weary gesture of resignation. You see what'll happen. Uncle Tom will notice your loss of appetite, and I'm prepared to bet that at the conclusion of the meal he will come to you and say, Dahlia, darling? I take it he calls you Dahlia, does he? Yes, Dahlia, darling, he will say. Dahlia, darling. I noticed at dinner tonight that you were a bit off your feed. Is anything the matter, Dahlia, darling? Why, yes, Tom, darling, you will reply. It is kind of you to ask, darling. The fact is, darling, I am terribly worried, darling. My darling, he will say...
Are you going to get to the point, you ass? To judge by their dialogue, these Travises must be the soppiest pair of blighters that ever broke biscuit.
You're almost there, Aunt Dahlia. My darling, he will say tenderly. Is there anything I can do? To which your reply will be there jolly well is, viz., reach for his checkbook and start writing.
Bertie, this is positively bright. I believe it might work.
It's bound to work. I've recommended it to Tuppy.
Young Glossop.
In order to soften Angela.
Oh, splendid.
And to Gussie Finknottle, who wants to make a hit with Madeline Bassett.
Well, what a busy little brain it is.
Oh, always working, Aunt Dahlia, always working.
Sure not the chump I took you for, Bertie.
When did you ever take me for a chump?
Oh, sometime last summer. I forget what gave me the idea. Yes, Bertie, this scheme is really bright. I suppose, in fact, Jeeves suggested it.
What? Jeeves did not suggest it, Aunt Dahlia. I resent these implications. Jeeves has nothing to do with it whatever.
Well, all right. No need to get excited about it.
Well, why does everyone assume that Jeeves is the only fellow with brain? Jeeves, my eye.
All right, all right. Oh, thank God for that. Come along, young Bertie. Come along now.
Jeeves. Well, I'm dashed. I really am dashed. Jeeves. Conditions being what they were at Brinkley, I hadn't exactly expected the evening meal to be particularly effervescent. Nor was it. Silent, sombre. The whole thing more than a bit like Christmas dinner on Devil's Island. I tried to escape from this morgue as soon as I could, but Aunt Dahlia roped me in for a game of backgammon directly after dinner, and it was some little time before I could sneak back to the sanctuary of my room. On entering it, I found Tuppy Glossop pacing up and down in an overwrought way, like a zoo lion who has heard the dinner gong go and is hoping the keeper won't forget him in the general distribution. He was kicking chairs and things. Hello, Tuppy. Did you want to see me?
Yes, I did, you blasted Wooster!
Oh, what's this? Have you nothing to tell me about Angela?
Only that she's a blister!
What? Hasn't she come clustering round yet?
She has not!
Oh, that's very odd. Well, she must have noticed your lack of appetite.
Lack of appetite? I'm as hollow as the Grand Canyon!
Quite. Look, she's probably looking for you now, Tuppy.
Who is Angela?
Yes, she must have noticed your supreme sacrifice.
She didn't notice it at all, the little fathead!
Tuppy!
Of all the damn silly ideas I ever heard in my puff, Wooster, that recent scheme of yours was the most drivelling and pointless. That's all I have to say to you. To think that I sat there watching one of Anatole's supremest dinners flit by, course after course, merely on the advice of Bertie Wooster. Next time you start hatching schemes in that apology of a brain of yours, for God's sake, count me out, will you? Unless you want me to starve to death. Good night!
Well, I never.
Did you call, sir?
No, Jeeves. That was Mr. Glossop. I fear his privations have tried him sorely. He was about as chummy as a wolf on the steppes of Russia, which has just seen a fat, juicy peasant shin up a high tree.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Might I inquire whether Miss Angela has reacted to Mr. Glossop's act of self-abnegation in the manner you anticipated?
Well, that's what's so confoundedly rummy, Jeeves. She hasn't. I find it incredible that a girl of her natural sweetness and tender-heartedness should not have been moved to her foundations by what she saw tonight.
Indeed, sir.
Well, yes, Jeeves. The browsing and sluicing were of the highest quality, but Tuppy passed them up like a professional fasting man.
Perhaps Miss Angela's pride prevents her from seeking out Mr. Glossop, sir.
Perhaps, Jeeves, yes. What I must do is go and dig her out. I wouldn't be at all surprised to find her in the drawing-room with her heart bleeding freely, all ripe for an immediate reconciliation, Jeeves.
It is by no means impossible, sir.
No, Jeeves. Right-ho, then. To the drawing-room it is. In the drawing-room, however, when I entered, only Aunt Dahlia met the eye. It seemed to me that she gave me rather a jaundiced view when I hove in sight, But this, having so recently beheld Tuppy in his agony, I attributed to the fact that she, like him, had only about half a spoonful of soup inside her. You can't expect an empty aunt to beam like a full aunt.
Oh, it's you, is it, young Bertie?
It is, of course. Where's Angela?
Gone to bed?
Already?
She said she had a headache.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that much. No, that's definitely a bit disquieting.
What did you want her for?
Oh, nothing. I just thought she might like a stroll and a chat.
Oh, are you going for a stroll? Where?
Oh, hither and thither.
Then I wonder if you would mind doing something for me, Bertie.
Give it a name, Aged R.
It won't take you long. You know that path that runs past the greenhouses into the kitchen garden? If you go along it, you come to a pond.
That's right.
Well, will you get a good stout piece of rope or cord and go down that path till you come to the pond?
To the pond, right?
And look about you till you find a nice heavy stone, or a fairly large brick will do.
I see. Stone or brick, yes. And then?
Then I want you, like a good boy, to fasten the rope to the brick and tie it round your damned neck and jump into the pond and drown yourself.
What?
Yes, and in a few days I will send to have you fished up and buried because I shall need to dance on your grave.
But I'll tell you, what is all this about? I mean, you seem pipped with Bertram.
Pipped?
Noticeably pipped. Why this ill-concealed animus?
Who was the ass? Who was the chump? Who was the dithering idiot who talked me, against my better judgment, into going without my dinner?
I see. It's all right, Aunt Dahlia. I know just how you're feeling. A bit on the hollow side, what? But have faith, old thing. Pretty soon Uncle Tom will be along bursting with sympathy and anxious inquiries.
Oh, will he? Will he? Do you know where he is now, you hellhound? He's in his study, with his face buried in his hands, muttering about civilization and melting pots.
Eh? Why?
Because it has just been my painful duty to inform him that Anatole has given notice.
What?
Well, what do you expect a sensitive, temperamental French cook to do if you go about urging everybody to refuse all food? I hear that when the first 2 courses came back to the kitchen practically untouched, his feelings were so hurt that he cried like a child. And when the rest of the dinner started homing in on him, he came to the conclusion that the whole thing was a studied and calculated insult, and decided to hand in his portfolio.
Golly!
You may well say golly! Anatole, God's gift to the gastric juices, gone like the dew off the petal of a rose, all through your idiocy. A fat chance I have of ever getting that money out of Tom now. Well, you know how easily his digestion goes on the blink. Oh, without Anatole, it'll be like Old Home Week in Moscow.
Quite.
Oh, I might have known that some hideous disaster would strike this house like a thunderbolt if once you wriggled your way in and started trying to be clever.
I'm sorry, Aunt Dahlia.
What's the good of being sorry?
But I acted for what I deemed the best.
Well, another time try acting for the worst, and then we may possibly escape with a mere flesh wound.
Yes, it's bad. It's quite bad, without a doubt. Certainly a nasty jar for one and all. But have no fear, Aunt Dahlia. I'll fix everything.
What? If you dare try any more of your lunatic schemes... Oh, get out! Get out! Get out before I throw this handsomely bound volume of the works of Alfred Lord Tennyson at you! Get out! Get out!
Oh, dear. I think Bertram's made something of a floater. Gussie! Well, Gussie.
Huh? You and your well, Gussie.
What's this? How do you mean, me and my well, Gussie? And between clenched teeth, too.
I like your nerve. Coming bounding about the place saying, well, Gussie. That's about all the well, Gussie I shall require from you, Wooster. And it's no good looking at me like that. You know what I mean. This damned prize-giving the day after tomorrow. It was a dastardly act to crawl out as you did and shove it off onto me, and you know it. I will not mince my words. It was the act of a hound and a stinker.
Oh, yes, the prize-giving, yes. Yes. But, my dear chap, I took it for granted that you would understand that that was all part of my schemes to help you win Madeline Bassett. Yes, crawling out is entirely the wrong way to put it. You don't suppose I didn't want to distribute those prizes, do you? Left to myself, there is nothing I would find a greater treat. But I felt that your need was greater than mine. You don't mean to say you aren't looking forward to it? Oh, but dash it, Gussie, can't you see what this is going to do for you? It'll send your stock up with a jump. Madeline Bassett will be all over you. She will see you in a totally new light.
She will she?
Certainly she will. Augustus Finknottle, the newt's friend, she knows. She's acquainted with Augustus Finknottle, the dog's chiropodist. But Augustus Finknottle, the orator, that'll knock her sideways, or I know nothing of the female heart. Girls go potty over a public man. If ever anyone did anyone else a kindness, it was I when I gave this extraordinarily attractive assignment to you.
Yes. Perhaps. It may be all right then. Possibly I am letting the thing prey on my mind too much. I may be wrong in supposing it's the faith that's worse than death, but I tell you this much, Bertie. The prospect of this prize-giving has been turning my existence into a nightmare. I haven't been able to sleep or think or eat. That and Madeline, of course.
Ah, yes, Madeline. How are things on that front, Gussie?
Oh, I shall never be able to ask her to marry me, Bertie. I can't find the nerve. Oh, if only I were a male newt. Courtship is so easy for newts.
So you said before, but you aren't.
I wish I were.
But you aren't. Dash it all, Gussie. In these romantic surroundings, I should have thought the whispering trees alone...
I don't care what you'd have thought. I can't do it, Bertie.
Oh, come.
I can't. She seems so aloof, so remote.
She doesn't.
Yes, she does. Especially when you see her sideways. Have you ever seen her sideways, Bertie? That cold, pure profile. Oh, it just takes all the heart out of one.
It doesn't.
I tell you it does. I catch sight of it and the words freeze on my lips.
Gussie, come now.
No, Bertie.
There must be a way.
There isn't.
Gussie, there is.
What?
A way. With that extraordinary quickness of mine, I've realized exactly what must be done to push your nose past the judge's box. I shall now return to the house and lug this Bassett out for a stroll. I shall talk to her of hearts that yearn, intimating that there is one actually on the premises. I shall pitch it strong, sparing no effort. You, meanwhile, will lurk on the outskirts, and in about a quarter of an hour, you will come along and carry on from there. By that time, her emotions having been stirred, you ought to be able to do the rest on your head. It'll be like leaping onto a moving bus.
Yes, I see what you mean. You'll sort of pave the way, as it were.
That's right. Spade work.
It's a terrific idea, Bertie. It'll make all the difference.
Quite. But don't forget that after that, it'll be up to you. You'll have to haul up your slacks and give her the old oil, or my efforts will have been in vain.
Oh, my golly, that's true. Oh, gosh. Now, what the dickens shall I say, Bertie?
Oh, dash it, there are hundreds of things to say. Talk about the sunset.
The sunset?
Oh, certainly. Half the married men you meet began by talking about the sunset.
But what can I say about the sunset?
Jeeves got off a good one the other day. Now, what was it he said now? Oh, yes. Now fades the glimmering landscape on the sight, sir, and all the air a solemn stillness holds. You might use that.
What sort of landscape?
Glimmering. G for gastritis, L for lizard.
Oh, glimmering. Yes, that's not bad. Glimmering landscape. Solemn stillness. Yes, I call that pretty good.
You could then say that you have often thought that the stars are God's daisy chain.
But I haven't.
I dare say not, but she has. She told me so it can. Many times. Yes, Gussie, hand her that one, and I don't see how she can help feeling that you're a twin soul.
God's daisy chain, really?
God's absolute daisy chain. And then you can go on about the twilight always makes you feel sad. Now, I know you're going to say it doesn't, but on this occasion it's jolly well got to.
Why?
Exactly. That's just what she will ask, and you will then have got her going, because you will reply that this is because yours is such a lonely life. You pace the meadows with a heavy tread, wishing that you had someone to love you, and then you speak of the day when she came into your life.
Like a fairy princess.
Absolutely hot stuff, Gussie. Like as you say, a fairy princess. Nice word.
And then, Bertie, and then?
Well, after that it's easy, isn't it? Easy. You say you have something you want to say to her, and then you snap into it. I don't see how you can fail. If I were you, I should do it in the rose garden. It's well established that there is no sounder move than to steer the adored object into rose gardens in the gloaming. And you better have a couple of quick ones first.
Quick ones?
Snifters.
Drinks, do you mean? But I don't drink.
What?
I've never touched a drop in my life.
But Gussie, on these occasions, a moderate skinful is of the essence.
I always drink orange juice.
Orange juice? Tell me, Gussie, to settle a bit, do you really like that muck?
Very much.
And I suppose there's no more to be said. Are you sure you won't have one quick snort?
Oh, positive.
Oh, very well then. Right, now let's have a run through to see that you've got the layout straight. Now, start off with the glimmering landscape.
Stars, God's daisy chain.
Twilight makes you feel sad.
Because mine lonely life.
Describe life.
Talk about the day I met her.
Add fairy princess gag, heave a couple of sighs, grab a hand, give her the works. Right, Gussie, I'll go and get her.
But
And
Bertie...
make sure that you're ready to take over.
Oh, righto, righto, Bertie. Righto.
It was not until I had reached the drawing room and was enabled to take a square look at the Basset that I found the debonair gaiety with which I had embarked on this affair beginning to wane a trifle. The thought of strolling with this rummy specimen undeniably gave me a most unpleasant sinking feeling. How different it would have all been, I reflected, if this girl had been the sort of girl one chirrups cheerily to over the telephone and takes for spins in the old two-seater. In that case, I would simply have said, listen, and she would have said, what? And I'd have said, you know Gussie Finknottle? And she would have said, yes. And I'd have said, he loves you. And she would have said either, what, that mutt? Well, thank heaven for one good laugh today. Or else, in more passionate vein, hot dog, tell me more. I mean to say, in either event, the whole thing over and done with in under a minute. But with the Basset, something less snappy and a good deal more glutinous was obviously indicated. Lovely evening.
Yes, lovely, isn't it?
Lovely. Reminds me of Cannes.
How lovely the evenings were there.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Lovely. Well, that completes the weather and news bulletin from the French Riviera, what?
Oh, look.
What?
I said, oh, look.
Oh. What at?
Up there. That sweet little star all by itself.
Oh, what, that little chap? The one operating in a detached sort of way above the spinney?
Yes. I wonder if it feels lonely.
What? Oh, no, I shouldn't think so.
A fairy must have been crying.
Fairy? Crying?
Don't you remember? Every time a fairy sheds a tear, a wee bit star is born in the Milky Way. Have you ever thought that, Mr. Wooster?
No. Most improbable, I should have thought.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. Talking of shedding tears...
Oh, look, the little bunnies.
Talking of shedding tears...
Don't you love this time of the evening, Mr. Wooster, when the sun has gone to bed and all the bunnies come out to have their little suppers? When I was a child, I used to think that rabbits were gnomes, and that if I held my breath and stayed quite still, I should see the fairy queen.
Yes, quite. But talking of shedding tears, it may interest you to know that there is an aching heart in Brinkley Court.
Oh, yes. Life is very sad, isn't it?
It is, for some people. This aching heart, for instance. I mean to say, dash it, you know why hearts ache.
You mean for love?
Absolutely. Right on the bull's eye. For love.
Oh, Mr. Wooster.
I take it you believe in love at first sight?
I do indeed.
Well, that's what's happened to this aching heart, you see. It fell in love at first sight, and ever since it's been eating itself out, as I believe the expression is.
Oh, Mr. Wooster.
Well, for you, I mean to say. For you and so forth. It's having a dickens of a time, don't you know? Can't eat, can't sleep, all for love of you. And what makes it so particularly rotten is that this aching heart can't bring itself up to scratch and tell you the position of affairs, because your profile has gone and given it cold feet. Just as it is about to speak, you see, it's about to speak when it catches sight of you sideways and words fail it. It's silly, of course, but there it is. Let you hang, you?
No, thanks, I'm quite all right. Please don't say any more, Mr. Wooster.
Well, I wasn't going to, actually.
I understand.
Fine.
Yes, I understand. I won't be so silly as to pretend not to know what you mean. I suspected this at Cannes, when you used to stand and stare at me without speaking a word.
What?
But with whole volumes in your eyes.
Oh, no.
Yes, all through those days at Cannes, I could see what you were trying to say. A girl always knows. And then you followed me down here.
Oh, no.
And there was that same dumb, yearning look in your eyes when we met this evening.
But-
And then you were so insistent that I should come out and walk with you in the twilight.
But I say...
And now you stammer out those halting words.
But I-
No, this does not come as a surprise. But I'm sorry.
But... Sorry? You mean...
Yes, I am afraid it's impossible.
Impossible?
Impossible.
Oh. Right-ho, then.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's quite all right. It's all right. Definitely.
Sorrier than I can say.
Oh, no. Don't give it another thought.
We can still be friends.
Oh, rather.
Then, shall we just say no more about it? Keep what has happened as a tender little secret between ourselves.
Absolutely.
We will. Like something lovely and fragrant, laid away in lavender.
In lavender? Right.
I wish I could
Could?
feel towards you as you would like me to feel.
Oh.
Because I am fond of you, Mr... No. I think I must call you Bertie. May I?
Oh, rather.
Because we are real friends.
Quite.
I do like you, Bertie. And if things were different... Oh... Life is such a muddle, isn't it?
Are you trying to tell me there's someone else?
Yes,
You're in love with some other bloke?
I am.
Oh, my golly. Poor old Gussie. Some other bloke, eh? This is really going to dish him. Engaged?
No, not engaged.
Oh.
I'm afraid he doesn't care for me in that way. At least he has said nothing. You understand, I'm only telling you this because...
Oh, rather.
It's odd that you should have asked me if I believe in love at first sight, Bertie. Whoever loved that loved not at first sight.
I don't know who.
It's a silly little story, really. I was staying with some friends in the country, and I'd gone for a walk with my dog, and the poor wee mite got a nasty thorn in his little foot, and I didn't know what to do. And then suddenly, this man came along.
Wow! You mean this other bloke is...
I beg your pardon?
No. Nothing, no. Just remember there's a letter I ought to write tonight without fail, that's all. If you don't mind, I think I'll be going in, yes. Look, here comes Gussie Finknottle. He'll look after you. Here comes Gussie Finknottle. Yes, well, here he is. Toodle Pip.
Goodbye, Bertie.
Toodle Pip. A minute or so later, a Bertram Wooster who looked as if he had passed through the furnace and been caught in the machinery could have been observed moving like a leopard towards the smoking room for the snifter of a lifetime. I was all of a twitter, believe me. Already, I felt, the happy ending must have begun to function. I mean to say, when you leave a girl and a man, each of whom has admitted in set terms that she and he loves him and her, in close juxtaposition in the twilight, there doesn't seem to be much more to do but start pricing fish slices. Swallowing the remains of my beverage, therefore, I headed for the great open spaces again to see if any returns were in. I just reached the rose garden when I suddenly heard a groan.
Oh. No.
What?
Good evening, sir.
Jeeves,
Yes, sir.
was that you groaning?
No, sir. It was Mr. Finknottle. He is not feeling well.
What? Why not? What's gone wrong? Ah, Gussie, I know marriage is a pretty solemn business.
Goodbye, Bertie.
I spot an error, don't I? You mean hello?
No, I don't. I mean goodbye. I'm off.
Off where?
To the kitchen garden, to drown myself.
Oh, don't be an ass.
I am not an ass. Am I an ass, Jeeves?
Possibly a little injudicious, sir.
Drowning myself, you mean?
Yes, sir.
You think, on the whole, not drown myself?
I should not advocate it, sir.
Very well, Jeeves. I accept your ruling. After all, it would be unpleasant for Mrs. Travers to find a swollen body floating on her pond.
Yes, sir.
She has been very kind to me.
Yes, sir.
And you have been very kind to me, Jeeves.
Thank you, sir.
And so have you, Bertie. Very kind. Everybody has been very kind to me. Very, very kind. Very kind indeed. I have no complaints to make. All right. I'll go for a walk instead. Goodbye.
Jeeves, what the dickens is all this?
Mr. Finknottle is not quite himself, sir. He has passed through a trying experience.
But I left him out there with Miss Bassett.
Yes, sir.
I softened her up.
Yes, sir.
He knew exactly what he had to do. I coached him thoroughly in lines and business.
Yes, sir. So Mr. Finknottle informed me.
Well, then.
I regret to say, sir, that there was a slight hitch.
You mean something went wrong?
Precisely, sir.
But how could anything go wrong? She loves him, Jeeves.
Indeed, sir.
She definitely told me so. There couldn't have been a whole platoon of men taking thorns out of her dog that day. The animal wasn't a pincushion. If she loves him, Jeeves, all he had to do was to propose.
Yes, sir.
Well, didn't he?
No, sir.
Then what the diggers did he talk about?
Newts, sir.
Newts?
Exactly, sir.
Newts?
Precisely, sir.
But what did he want to talk about newts for?
He did not want to talk about newts, sir. As I gather from Mr. Finknottle, nothing could have been more alien to his plans.
But you can't force a man to talk about newts, Jeeves.
Mr. Finknottle was the victim of a sudden unfortunate spasm of nervousness, sir. Upon finding himself alone with the young lady, he admits to having lost his morale. In such circumstances, gentlemen frequently talk at random, saying the first thing that chances to enter their heads. This, in Mr. Finknottle's case, would seem to have been the newt, its treatment in sickness and in health.
I see. Then how long did this nuisance continue?
For some not inconsiderable time, I gather, sir. According to Mr. Finknottle, he supplied Miss Bassett with very full and complete information, not only with respect to the common newt, but also the crested and palmated varieties. And he was just observing that newts differ from salamanders in the shape of the tail, which is compressed, and that a marked sexual dimorphism prevails in most species, when the young lady rose and said that she thought she would go back to the house.
And then?
She went, sir.
Difficult, Jeeves. Difficult to know what to do next.
Yes, sir.
I must think it over.
Yes, sir.
Burnish the brain a bit and endeavour to find a way out.
Precisely, sir.
Well, good night, Jeeves.
Good night, sir.
I don't know if it has happened to you at all, but a thing I've noticed with myself is that when I'm confronted by a problem which seems for the moment to stump and baffle, a good sleep will often bring the solution in the morning. It was so on the present occasion. For directly I opened my eyes on the morrow, I saw daylight. Well, I don't mean that exactly, because naturally I did. What I mean is that I perceived exactly what steps must be taken in order to put Augustus Finknottle among the practising Romeos. Jeeves?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Your tea, sir.
Thank you, Jeeves. Jeeves, I've got it.
Indeed, sir.
Yes, Jeeves, the Finknottle problem is solved.
I am very gratified to hear it, sir.
Yes, Jeeves. What we have been omitting to take into account all along in handling the case of Augustus Finknottle is the fact that we are dealing with a poop.
A sensitive plant would perhaps be a kinder expression, sir.
No, Jeeves, a poop. And shall I tell you why, Jeeves?
Yes, sir.
Because he tried to do the thing on orange juice.
Sir?
Gussie is an orange juice addict. He drinks nothing else.
I was not aware of that, sir.
I have it from his own lips. Gussie Finknottle has never in the whole course of his career pushed so much as the simplest gin and tonic over the larynx. And he expects, this poop expects, Jeeves, this wobbling, shrinking, diffident rabbit in human shape, expects under these conditions to propose to the girl he loves. One hardly knows whether to smile or weep. What?
You consider total abstinence a handicap to a gentleman who wishes to make a proposal of marriage, sir?
Oh, why, dash it, you must know it is. Use your intelligence, Jeeves. Reflect what proposing means. It means that a decent, self-respecting chap has got to listen to himself saying things which, if spoken on the silver screen, would cause him to dash to the box office and demand his money back. Let him attempt to do it on orange juice, and what ensues? Shame seals his lips, or, if he doesn't do that, makes him lose his morale and start to babble. And that is why, Jeeves, I intend tomorrow to secure a bottle of gin and lace his luncheon orange juice with it liberally.
Sir?
Yes, Jeeves?
If you will pardon my saying so, sir, I consider that the action which you propose seems to me somewhat injudicious.
Injudicious? I don't follow you, Jeeves. It will get Gussie going at long last.
In my opinion, sir, a certain amount of risk would enter into it. It is not always a simple matter to gauge the effect of alcohol on a subject unaccustomed to such stimulant. I have known it to have distressing result in the case of parrots.
Parrots?
I was thinking of an incident in my earlier life, sir, before I entered your employment. I was in the service of the late Lord Brancaster at the time, a gentleman who owned a parrot to which he was greatly devoted. And one day the bird chanced to be lethargic, and his lordship, with the kindly intention of restoring it to its customary animation, offered it a portion of seed cake steeped in the 84 port. The bird accepted the morsel gratefully and consumed it with every indication of satisfaction. Almost immediately afterwards, however, its manner became markedly feverish. Having bitten his lordship in the thumb and sung part of a sea shanty, it fell to the bottom of the cage and remained there for a considerable period of time with its legs in the air, unable to move. I merely mention this, sir, in order to...
Jeeves,
Sir?
there's a flaw in your argument. Gussie isn't a parrot.
I am aware of that, sir. But
Look, it is high time, in my opinion, this question of what young Gussie really is was threshed out and cleared up. He seems to think he is a male newt, and you appear to suggest that he is a parrot. The truth of the matter is that he is just a plain, ordinary poop who needs a snootful as badly as ever man did. So no more discussion, Jeeves. My mind is made up. There is only one way of handling this difficult case, and that is the way I have outlined.
very good, sir.
Righto, Jeeves. So much for that, then. Now, here's something else. You noticed that I said I was going to put this project through tomorrow, and no doubt you wondered why I said tomorrow. Why did I, Jeeves?
Because you feel that if it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly, sir?
Partly that, Jeeves, but not altogether. My chief reason for fixing the date as specified is that tomorrow, though you have doubtless forgotten it, is the day of the distribution of prizes at Market Snodsbury Grammar School, at which, as you know, Gussie is to be the male star and master of the revels. So you see, we shall, by lacing that juice, not only embolden him to propose to Miss Bassett, but also put him so into shape that he will hold that Market Snodsbury audience spellbound.
In fact, you will be killing two birds with one stone, sir.
Exactly. It's a very neat way of putting it. And now, here is a minor point. On second thoughts, I think the best plan will be for you, not me, to lace the juice.
Sir?
Yes, Jeeves, you. You are in a position to obtain ready access to the stuff.
No doubt, sir, but...
But, Jeeves? What do you mean, but?
I fear, sir...
Fear?
What I'm endeavouring to say, sir, is that I am sorry, but I am afraid I must enter an unequivocal nolle prosequi.
Do what?
The expression is a legal one, sir, signifying the resolve not to proceed with the matter. In other words, eager though I am to carry out your instructions, sir, as a general rule, on this occasion I must respectfully decline to cooperate.
You won't do it, you mean?
Precisely, sir.
Well, I'm dashed. Won't?
No, sir.
Won't?
No, sir.
Won't?
No, sir.
I'm stunned, Jeeves. I really am. Does his whole future happiness depend on this venture?
Nevertheless, sir...
Jeeves, I had not expected this of you. I feel like a general who's ordered a regiment to charge and has been told that it isn't in the mood.
I am sorry, sir.
So am I, Jeeves. Sorry and sick at heart. Naturally, I realise that lacing Gussie's orange juice is not one of those regular duties for which you receive your monthly stipend, and if you care to stand on the letter of the contract, I suppose there is nothing to be done about it. But you will permit me to observe that this is scarcely the feudal spirit.
I am sorry, sir.
Oh, it's quite all right, Jeeves, quite all right. I'm not angry, only a little hurt. I, however, have Gussie's interests at heart. I will proceed in my own sweet way.
Very good, sir.
Right-o, Jeeves. That will be all. Dash the fellow. Ah, Jeeves, what are you doing here?
Good evening, sir. I have been confabulating with Mr. Glossop, who has just this moment retired to bed, and I am now in the process of tidying the table.
Well, leave the balls for a minute or two. I want to see if the old skill still lingers.
Very good, sir.
Well, what did Tuppy have to say for himself, Jeeves?
Several things, sir, but the bulk of his conversation was devoted to the keenness of his appetite at the present time.
Still writhing in the depths, is he? Oh, I suppose the poor chap must be looking forward to breakfast with some impatience.
Mr. Glossop was good enough to confide in me, sir, that once the rest of the company has retired for the night, it is his intention to visit the larder in order to replenish himself.
Oh, that's not a bad ruse or scheme. There's bound to be something cold there.
According to Mr. Glossop, sir, there is the residuum of the luncheon steak and kidney pie. Mr. Glossop waxed somewhat lyrical on the subject, sir.
Good. Well, Jeeves, that should cheer him up a bit, what?
We can only hope so, sir. The gentleman would appear to be taking a decidedly pessimistic view of his relationship with Miss Angela.
Because she hasn't come swarming round, you mean?
Precisely, sir.
Could you get me a rest, Jeeves?
I will fetch one immediately, sir.
Carry on, Jeeves.
Oh, yes, sir. In Mr. Glossop's opinion, there has been dirty work afoot, sir.
Eh? In what way, Jeeves?
It is Mr. Glossop's considered opinion, sir, that Miss Angela used the shark which attacked her in the Mediterranean Sea merely as a pretext.
For busting up, you mean? Why on earth should she do that?
According to Mr. Glossop, sir, because Miss Angela became enamoured of some other gentleman while on holiday.
What? Another gentleman?
Yes, sir.
Another gentleman?
Precisely, sir. Though Mr. Glossop alluded to him as some foul blister, sir. Possibly a more graphic, if less formal expression.
But that's absolute piffle, Jeeves.
Nevertheless, sir, Mr. Glossop gives credence to the idea. If I may be forgiven for employing Mr. Glossop's terminology, sir, if he, Mr. Glossop, that is, ever finds the slimy, slithery snake in the grass, which is to say the other gentleman, sir, then, according to Mr. Glossop, he, the other gentleman, had better make all the necessary arrangements at his favourite nursing home, because he, Mr. Glossop, sir, proposes to take him, the other gentleman, by his beastly neck, shake him till he froths, and pull him inside out and make him swallow himself, sir.
I see. I think. But this is the mere unbalanced apple sauce of a bereaved man, Jeeves, that's all. It was the shark and nothing but the shark that caused Love's young dream to go temporarily off the boil.
That was my opinion also, sir, but Mr. Glossop is difficult to dissuade from his views. It is my impression that he has something of an idée fixe.
What? Idée fixe? Oh, quite. Well, I shall have to have a chat with him, Jeeves. See if I can convince him.
Yes, sir.
In the morning, I fancy.
Very good, sir.
Righto then, Jeeves. Good night.
Good night, sir.
I was still in bed when Tuppy manifested himself the next morning. He came listlessly into my room, and I was pained to observe that a night's rest had effected no improvement in the unhappy wreck's appearance. Indeed, if anything, he was looking rather more moth-eaten than when I had seen him last. Stab my vitals, Tuppy, old corpse. You're looking pretty blue about the rims. What's the matter?
I've been through hell, Bertie.
Through where?
Hell!
Oh, hell. What took you there? Oh, worrying about Angela, I suppose. Well, have no fear, Tuppy. My brain has been working overtime this AM. I have another well-laid plan for encompassing that young shrimp. I'll guarantee that she will be weeping on your shoulder before yonder sun has set.
A fat chance.
Tushy.
Eh?
Oh, I mean Tuppy. I tell you I will do it.
I don't want to hear any more of your beastly plans. Plans are no good. She's gone and fallen in love with some other bloke and now hates my gizzard.
Oh, rot.
It isn't rot.
Of course it is, and bally rot to boot. I tell you, Tuppy, as one who can read the female heart, this Angela loves you still.
Well, it didn't look much like it in the larder last night.
Oh, you raided the steak and kidney pie then?
I did.
And Angela was there?
She was. And your aunt. Also your uncle.
What? One moment, Tuppy. I require footnotes. I had no idea the larder was such a social vortex. Well, tell me the whole story, in your own words.
All right, this is what happened. I got to the larder. I fished out the steak and kidney pie. I collected salt, mustard and pepper. There were some cold potatoes. I added those. And I was just about to pitch in when I heard a sound behind me, and there was your aunt at the door in a blue and yellow dressing gown.
Embarrassing.
Most.
I suppose you didn't know where to look.
I looked at Angela.
She came in with Aunt Dahlia?
No, with your uncle, a few seconds later. Your uncle was the first to speak. He said to your aunt, "God bless my soul, Dahlia, what are you doing here?" To which she replied, "Well, if it come to that, my merry somnambulist, what are you?" Your uncle then said that he thought there must be burglars in the house, as he'd heard noises.
I follow the trend.
What sort of noises, said your aunt. Funny noises, said your uncle. Whereupon Angela, with a nasty, steely tinkle in her voice, the little buzzard, observed, "I expect it was Mr. Glossop eating." And then she gave me a look, the kind of look that makes a fellow feel he's 46 round the waist and has great rolls of superfluous flesh pouring down over the back of his collar. "I ought to have told you, father," she added. "Mr. Glossop always likes to have a good meal 3 or 4 times during the night. It helps to keep him going till breakfast. He has the most amazing appetite. Well, see, he's practically finished a large steak and kidney pie already." Oh, that was what hurt, Bertie. That was what stung. I hadn't so much as started on that pie. But that's a woman all over.
Oh, the eternal feminine.
Anyway, she continued her remarks. You've no idea, she said, how Mr. Glossop loves food. He always eats 6 or 7 meals a day and then starts in again after bedtime. Your aunt seemed interested and said it reminded her of a boa constrictor. Angela said, oh, didn't she mean a python? And then they argued as to which of the two it was. And you tell me she loves me still, Bertie?
It's girlish banter, what?
Girlish banter be dashed, she's right off me. Once her ideal, I am now less than the dust beneath her chariot wheels. She's become infatuated with some other chap, whoever he was at Cannes, and now she can't stand the sight of me.
My dear Tuppy, you're not showing your usual good sense in this Angela chap at Cannes matter. If you will forgive me saying so, you have got an E-Day fix.
A what?
An E-Day fix. You know, one of those things fellas get. You see, you keep talking about this chap at Cannes, but there never was a chap at Cannes, and I'll tell you how I know. During those 2 months on the Riviera, it so happens that Angela and I were practically inseparable. If there'd been somebody nosing round her, I should have spotted it in a second.
Oh. She was with you all the time, was she? Anything in the shape of mixed bathing or moonlight strolls she conducted solely in your company?
That's right. It was quite a joke in the hotel.
You must have enjoyed that.
Oh, rather. I've always been devoted to Angela.
Oh, yes?
Quite. You know, when we were kids, she used to call herself my little sweetheart.
She did?
Absolutely.
I see.
Good. Well, I'm glad to have set your mind at rest, old thing.
Breakfast! I'm off!
Oh, it's like a war horse at the sound of a ballet bugle. Jeeves! Jeeves!
Sir?
Ah, Jeeves. I've just been having a chat with young Tuppy. Did you happen to notice he wasn't looking very roguish this morning?
Yes, sir. It seemed to me that Mr. Glossop's face was sickly dour with the pale cast of thought.
Quite. He met my cousin Angela in the larder last night, and a rather painful interview ensued.
I am sorry, sir.
Not half as sorry as he was, Jeeves. She found him closeted with that steak and kidney pie and appears to have been a bit caustic about fat men who lived for food alone.
Most disturbing, sir.
Well, in a sense, Jeeves, but I know these females. You can't always go by what they say.
You feel that Miss Angela's strictures should not be taken too much au pied de la lettre, sir?
Sorry?
In English, we should say literally.
Literally, Jeeves. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Well, you know what girls are. A tiff occurs and they shoot their heads off. But underneath it all, the old love still remains. Am I correct?
Quite correct, sir. The poet Scott.
Yes, quite, Jeeves.
Very good, sir.
It came to me this morning what must be done to jerk my cousin Angela back to normality. I'll tell you, shall I?
If you would be so kind, sir.
Right-ho, then. Here, in brief, Jeeves, is my plan. Sometime in the near future, I am going to draw Angela aside to a secluded spot and roast Tuppy properly.
Roast, sir.
Knock, slam, tick off, abuse, denounce. I shall be very terse about Tuppy, giving it as my opinion that in all essentials he is more like a warthog than an ex-member of a fine public school. What will ensue? Hearing him attacked, my cousin Angela's womanly heart will be as sick as mud. No matter what differences they may have had, she'll remember only that he is the man she loves and will leap to his defence. And from that to falling into his arms and burying the dead past will be but a step. How do you react to that, Jeeves?
The idea is an ingenious one, sir.
We Woosters are ingenious, Jeeves, exceedingly ingenious.
Yes, sir. But if you will pardon my mentioning the contingency, sir, what will happen if Miss Angela fails to rise to the bait?
Eh? There's no chance of that, Jeeves.
No, sir?
No, Jeeves.
Can you be certain, sir?
I can. I am not speaking without knowledge of the form book here, Jeeves. I have tested this theory.
Indeed, sir.
Yes, in person. And it works. I was standing on the Eden Rock at Antibes last month, idly watching the bathers disport themselves in the water, when a girl I knew slightly pointed out a male diver and asked if I didn't think his legs were about the silliest-looking pair of props ever issued to a human being. I replied that I did indeed, and for the space of perhaps 2 minutes was extraordinarily witty and satirical about this bird's underpinning. At the end of that period, I suddenly felt as if I'd been caught up in the tail of a cyclone.
I am sorry to hear that, sir.
But hearken to this, Jeeves. Beginning with a critique of my own limbs, which he said, justly enough, were nothing to write home about, this girl went on to dissect my manners, morals, intellect, general physique, and method of eating asparagus with such acerbity that by the time she'd finished, the best you could say of Bertram was that so far as was known, he had never actually committed murder or set fire to an orphan asylum.
Sir?
Subsequent investigation proved that she was engaged to the fellow with the legs and had had a slight disagreement with him the evening before on the subject of whether she should or should not have made an original call of 2 spades, having 7, but without the ace. That night I saw them dining together with every indication of relish, their differences made up and the love light once more in their eyes. That shows you, Jeeves.
It does indeed, sir. And you would expect similar results from a comparable confrontation with Miss Angela, sir?
I would, and I do. By lunchtime, Jeeves, I should imagine, the engagement will be on again.
Scarcely by luncheon time, sir. Miss Angela's maid informs me that Miss Angela drove off in her car early this morning with the intention of spending the day with friends in the vicinity.
Well, within half an hour of whatever time she comes back, then. These are mere straws, Jeeves. Do not let us chop them.
As you wish, sir.
Righto then, Jeeves, that's that. And now, if you'll run me a refreshing bath, I will plunge into same.
I will attend to the matter immediately, sir.
Thank you, Jeeves. Angela did not return until just before dinner, and accordingly it was not until coffee had been consumed that I was able to get matters moving. I found the coz in the drawing room, and the moment I saw her I realized how sorely in need she was of my aid and comfort. She was sitting with her back to Tuppy, ignoring him, and frankly I was shocked by the young prune's appearance. At Cannes, she'd been a happy, smiling English girl of the best type, full of beans and buck. Her face now was pale and drawn. I resolved to snap into the agenda without delay. What ho, Angela, old girl?
Hello, Bertie, darling.
Glad you're back at last. I missed you.
Did you, darling?
I did indeed. Care to come for a saunter?
I'd love it.
Fine. I have much to say to you that is not for the public ear.
Swine!
What was that?
What? Oh, I think Tuppy must have got a touch of cramp.
But did he have to leap around like a gaffed salmon?
I don't know. I really don't know. I just don't know.
Going for a walk, eh? Right.
Oh, Bertie, the grass is wet. Do you want to walk? I shall ruin my shoes.
Oh, well, let's sit on one of these rustic benches then, and you can put your feet on my lap.
All right. And you can tickle my ankles.
Quite. Comfy?
Fine.
Well, Angela, old thing.
What was that?
What?
Something rustled in those bushes.
There? Oh, probably a weasel.
Yes. Or a rat.
Well, Angela, old girl, I've heard all about your little dust-up. So those wedding bells are not going to ring out, what?
No.
Definitely all over, eh?
Yes.
If you want my opinion, I think that's a bit of goose for you, Angela, old thing. I think you're extremely well out of it. It's a mystery to me how you stood this Glossop for so long. Well, take him for all in all, he ranks very low down among the wines and spirits. A washout, I should describe him as. A frightful oik, and a mass of side to boot. Well, I pity the girl who was linked for life to a bargee like Tuppy Glossop.
I always thought you were such friends.
Friends? God, absolutely not. Well, one was civil, of course, when one met the fellow, but it would be absurd to say that he was a friend, when a club acquaintance and a mere one at that. And then one was at school with a man.
At Eton?
Oh, good heavens, no. Eton? Wouldn't have had a fellow like that at Eton. No, at a kid's school before I went there. Grubby little brute he was, I recollect, covered with ink and mire generally, and washing only on alternate Thursdays. In short, a notable outsider shunned by all. What? Angela?
I didn't say anything.
Oh. It's uncouth about sums it up. I doubt if I've ever seen an uncouther kid than this Glossop. And he's just the same today, you know. Anyway, let us continue. What? Yes. In addition to looking like one of those things that come out of hollow trees, he is universally admitted to be a dumb brick of the first water. No soul. No conversation. In short, any girl who, having been rash enough to get engaged to him, has managed at the 11th hour to slide out is justly entitled to consider herself dashed lucky. Eh?
Yes, Bertie. You're quite right.
What?
That's exactly what I've been thinking myself.
But Angela...
Dumb brick. It just describes him. One of the 6 silliest asses in England, I should think he must be. But it's so nice, Bertie, talking to somebody who really takes a sensible view about this man Glossop. Mother says he's a good chap, which is simply absurd. Anyone can see that he's absolutely impossible. He's conceited and opinionative and argues all the time, even when he knows perfectly well that he's talking through his hat. And he smokes too much and drinks too much and eats too much, and I don't like the colour of his hair. But not that he'll have any hair in a year or two, because he's pretty thin on top already, and before he knows where he is, he'll be as bald as an egg, and he's the last man who can afford to go bald. However, I can't stop out here all night talking about men who aren't worth wasting a word on and haven't even enough sense to tell sharks from flatfish. I'm going in. Good night, Bertie.
But, good night, Angela.
Good night.
Good night. Damn. And gathering about her slim shoulders the shawl which she had put on as a protection against the evening dew, she buzzed off, leaving me alone in the silent night. Well, as a matter of fact, not absolutely alone, because a few moments later there was a sort of upheaval in the bushes in front of me, and Tuppy emerged, snorting with so much vim that I felt like royalty receiving a 21-gun salute from the fleet. We Woosters are pretty quick, and it couldn't have taken me more than 2 seconds to realise that I should be a lot easier in my mind with a stout rustic bench between us. I rose, accordingly, modelling my style on that of a rocketing pheasant, and proceeded to deposit myself on the other side of the object named. My prompt agility was not without its effect. Tuppy came to a halt and stood for a moment gazing at me in silence. I had time to notice that his hair was full of twigs, and that there was a beetle hanging to the side of his head. "So," he said at length, and it came as a complete surprise to me that fellows ever really do say, "so." I'd always thought it was just a thing that you read in books, like quotha, I mean to say, or odds bodykins, or even by gum. Still, there it was. Quaint or not quaint, bizarre or not bizarre, he had said, "so," and it was up to me to cope with the situation on those lines.
So!
Why, hello, Tuppy. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, been here long?
I have!
Fine, I wanted to see you.
Well, here I am. Come out from behind that bench.
No thanks, old man. One moment, Tuppy. Stay where you are. I think I know what's on your mind. If you were in those bushes during my conversation with the recent Angela, I dare say you heard what I was saying about you.
I did.
Yes. Well, no doubt you were surprised at the way I was talking.
Not a bit.
No, what? No, I mean, did nothing strike you as odd in the tone of my remarks?
No, it was just the sort of stuff I should have expected a treacherous sneaking hound like you to say.
My dear chap, this is not your usual form. Not your form at all. A bit slow on the uptake, surely. Though I should have thought that you would have spotted right away. It was all part of a well-laid plan.
I'll get you in a jiffy.
Tuppy! Oh, don't you see? The whole point was to get Angela to rally round in a big way. You know, stick up for you. Tuppy, stop. Look, she just blew up on her lines. Don't you believe me?
I do not.
But Tuppy, oh man, why ever not?
I'll tell you, Wooster, as soon as I've pulled your ruddy head off.
Dad! Tuppy! The point is, old man, why don't you believe me? Why, if not for the motives outlined, should I knock you to Angela, eh? Now answer me that. Or suggest another motive I could have had. Just one.
I will, you blister. Do you think I don't know? You're in love with Angela yourself.
What?
Yeah, and you knocked me in order to poison her mind against me and finally remove me from your path.
Tuppy, my dear old ass, this is pure banana oil. You've come unscrewed.
She called you darling!
I know. And I disapproved. I disapprove strongly. This habit of the younger G of scattering darlings about like birdseed is one that I deprecate. Lax is how I should describe it.
You tickled her ankles!
You in a purely cousinly spirit. It didn't mean a thing. You may rest assured, old man, that between this young Beazle and myself, there's never been and never could be any sentiment warmer and stronger than that of ordinary friendship.
You listen, it's no good you standing there arguing. Somebody stole her from me at Cannes, and you gloated over the mixed bathing and those moonlight walks you had together.
Not gloated, Tuppy, I just mentioned them.
So now you understand why, as soon as I can get you clear of this damn bench, I'm going to tear you limb from limb. Why they have these ballet benches in gardens is more than I can see. But they only get in the way!
Tuppy, one moment. No, stop. Look, you've got it all wrong. True, I saw a lot of Angela, I saw a lot of her, but during that sojourn at Cannes, my affections were engaged elsewhere.
What?
Engaged elsewhere. My affections. During that sojourn.
Oh. Is that true?
It's quite official.
Who was she?
What? My dear Tuppy, does one bandy a woman's name?
One does if one doesn't want one's ruddy head pulled off.
I see. A special case.
Who? Who? Who?
Madeline Bassett.
Who?
Madeline Bassett.
You stand there and tell me you were in love with that Bassett disaster?
I wouldn't call her that Bassett disaster, Tuppy. It's not respectful.
Oh, no, that's being respectful. I want facts. You deliberately assert that you loved that weird God helpers?
Look, I don't see why you should call her a weird God helpers either. She's a very charming and beautiful girl. Odd in some of her views, perhaps. I mean, one does not quite see eye to eye with her in the matter of the stars being God's daisy chain, but not a weird God helpers.
Anyway, you stick to it that you were in love with her.
I do.
It sounds thin to me, Wooster. Very thin.
I must ask you to treat this as entirely confidential gossip, but I may as well inform you that it is not 24 hours since she turned me down.
Turned you down?
Like a bedspread. In this very garden. So you readily see that I can't be the chap, if any, who stole Angela from you and can.
I see. All right then, Wooster. I'm sorry you were troubled.
Oh, don't mention it, old man, don't mention it.
But what the hell did you mean by telling her that I used to be covered with ink when I was a kid?
Tuppy, my dear Tuppy.
I was almost finickingly careful about my personal cleanliness as a boy. You could have eaten your dinner off me.
Quite.
Yeah.
But,
and all that stuff about having no soul, I'm crawling with soul.
Quite, old boy, quite.
Oh,
I don't suppose you know what au pair de la lettre means, Tuppy, but that's how I don't think you ought to take all that stuff Angela was saying just now too much.
Yeah. What the devil are you talking about?
What? But don't take all that guff of hers too literally, old man. You know what girls are like.
I do, and I wish I'd never met one.
Tuppy. Look, Tuppy. I mean, it's obvious she must have spotted you in those bushes and simply seized the opportunity of ribbing you a bit, telling you a few home truths and so forth.
Home truth? What do you mean, home truth? I'm not fat, and what's wrong with the colour of my hair? And I'm not a bit thin on top. What the dickens are you grinning about?
I'm not grinning. I'm just smiling slightly. I was conjuring up a sort of vision, if you know what I mean. A view as seen through Angela's eyes. Fat in the middle and thin on the top. Rather funny.
Yeah. Oh, you think it funny, do you?
Not a bit. No.
You better not.
Quite. Angela.
Hello, Bertie. If you see Mr. Glossop anywhere, I wish you'd give him these.
What?
Just some ham sandwiches. I'm so afraid he may be hungry, poor fellow. It's nearly 10 o'clock and he hasn't eaten a morsel since dinner. I'll just leave them on the bench. Well, good night.
I'll come with you, I think. Yes. Angela?
Yes, Bertie?
Damn.
Oh, nothing.
Damn. How still and peaceful everything is.